Good Wednesday morning. This is 106.1 KYVZ. Joe Vazuric visiting with Ag meteorologist Chris Schromick at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, a bit of a warming trend as we wrap up the work week.
Yeah, Joe, we were talking yesterday about these temperatures will be warming up here the rest of the week, and we've got this upper-level ridge that's building up from the south and west and going to be kind of blocked up over the area while the Hurricane Milton barrels in on the western coast of Florida here starting tonight and through Friday. That hurricane, again, is a Category 5. It's got now 160 to 195 mile-an-hour winds, and if those wind gusts go over 195, there isn't even a classification for that kind of hurricane. So we're going to be watching this. This is a devastating storm. They're predicting 10 to 15-foot storm surges along that coast, that Fort Myers area to the south of Tampa Bay. And that type of storm surge is also something that they've never seen on that side of the Florida Peninsula. So we're going to pray for those folks down there in Florida here over the next 48 hours here on the high plains of northwest Kansas and southwest Nebraska. We're going to have this westerly downsloping wind. We're starting out this morning with temperatures at 51 in Burlington, 56 in Goodland, 48 in Oakley, 50 in McCook. And our cool readings, again, are Oberlin and Norton, Hill City at 42, 43, and 41, where the winds are calm and more radiational cooling. Afternoon temperatures will climb into those mid to upper 80s. We do have the smoky haze out there. Can expect that pretty much as long as these winds are from a west-northwest direction. The haze will come along with it from the wildfires up in the Rockies. It looks like tonight's low, again, will be in that upper 40, around that 50 degrees. Tomorrow we'll warm again into those mid to upper 80s. A little bit cooler on Friday as those winds will turn a little bit to the north and northeast in the afternoon a little earlier. We're going to high somewhere in the lower 80s. And then over the weekend, we will have an upper-level disturbance that will move along the Canadian border. That'll trail a cold front through the area on Saturday night. That cold front does not have any moisture to work with, so it'll be a dry frontal passage. Temperatures will climb into the low to mid-80s out ahead of it. Behind it, we're going to see a big drop into the upper 30s, low 40s overnight there on Saturday night. And then for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and all the way through Wednesday, our high temperatures are going to be in the 60s, maybe even that low upper 50s, low 60s, and those overnight lows will be in the 30s. It does look like they're Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. We should have frost advisories in place as those lows will be in that 30 to 35 degree range. And we're kind of expecting some frost advisories there to start the week. And then as we move later next week, the high pressure ridge will build back in. We'll see temperatures climb back into the 70s and 80s. That'll stay with us all the way through next weekend. And right now, it looks like we don't see any precipitation until some systems between the 20th and the 25th could bring us some rain.
Chris, do those systems between the 20th and 25th at this time look fairly significant, or are we just looking for light precipitation chances?
They look like they could develop some troughs up in the northwest. It just depends how far south they can dig. If they can come more troughy and wavy, we got to get these hurricanes out of the Gulf so we can get some Gulf flow back up here with some moisture out ahead of them. So right now, it does look like, we could get that happening later in the month here. But right now, the computer models are only showing about a quarter, half inch at the most with those systems as we speak. Now, again, lots going to depend on what happens in the Gulf and then how troughy and wavy they can get. If they keep growing up along the Canadian border and up to the north and the Gulf is blocked up, we'll continue to stay dry.
Once again, that's Ag meteorologist Chris Schromick at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. For KYVZ Radio, I'm Joe Vazuric.